Okay. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here. It took some time for me to finally start today's session. I had a leg day in the morning, so I got home, I had lunch, and I just felt really, I was dead. And I still have to think about what is the best way to go about this because, yeah, it's just food and everything, and I don't understand. I need to find a way how to do this best with the medicine and everything. But I think also specifically because of the leg day is specifically hard, so of course I get into this zombie mode, doom scrolling mode. That's my biggest enemy, and I wish I could let it really, but one day at a time. Okay, it's very crucial to be, to accept your flaws, realize them, but and you must know that it's not gonna happen overnight that you change your flaws, or but if you realize them, they're happening, and you are able to snap out of it after some time, that would be nice, right? Cat is in the corner. See, there's a cat. So anyhow, so now, okay, let me just recap how was my week. So this was actually first week, I believe, that every single day my 1 hour lunch was spent on Python. I would continue, and definitely, and I think, yeah, this would be also nice to maybe just rename this. Um, Python notes. I don't even know. But anyway, so if to have like a diary, which about like what is the key takeaway from each session. So maybe Python lunch. Okay, you can. This is the progress. Anyway, because how was the week? Literally, can I actually think it would be nice to summarize what happened. When was my last stream anyway? Am I sharing now my screen? Probably I do. The last stream was on the 14th. So yes, on Sunday, obviously, yes. So that was on Sunday, and my big problem or my big challenge was to actually figure out the exercise one from here. Write a program which repeatedly reads integers until the user enters done. And I got really like to the quite the hellhole or loophole in my head, but I would just keep trying wrong things over and over again. And so, long story short, I discovered there is a Discord server, Python Discord server, and really they are super helpful, like extremely helpful. So I found help. They basically uh, do not name your I will just put it here. Do not read your name your user input as a like the same name as the function itself, right? Because no, it's not a good idea. It causes issues. It's overwritten something. So that's why I was struggling. And the other thing is, oh no, the cat is leaving. Please don't go. Please don't go. You bastard. Anyway, that was one thing. And the other thing is that yeah, not to be aware and cautious about the body of the loop. So there was this vial which had some several conditions, and I want to have an if, right? Like that. I don't even remember what the fuck was here. If the count is doesn't equal to 0, um, I'm sorry, it's not equal. Yeah, I'm always gonna have to. I have to print these. I told you, man. Really do it. So things to do. Maybe have a things to do thing as well, or maybe I can even like here like diary. Print out reserved words. Print out this shit, whatever this shit. What was that shit anyway? The Boolean expressions. Yeah, print out the Boolean expressions. Right. Boolean. And yeah, I had on Tuesday. Was it on Tuesday? Okay, I know Monday was quite depressing. Like on Monday, I had my 1 hour lunch. I was still trying to figure out this code, and I just couldn't. I was like, I'm dead. I cannot do this. And that's when I asked for help, and then I slept. And then the next day, I had a morning gym, which was pretty nice. And yeah, I think I tried to continue and everything, but then something sad happened, unfortunately. But the good thing is, really, the best thing about Python in general, that it doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about emotions. Python is, it's clear, it's clean. You treat me nice, and I will treat you, as expected. I don't give a shit about you. I'm not gonna leave you if you don't leave me, basically. That's what Python is. So so I'm gonna go to a different area with this topic, but it's like, mental health is very important, and also to study while you have other shits in your brain which are trying to back you from, success, basically. So you really have to. I know it's not easy. I know you have a lot of, sometimes it's just physically happens. You are trying to focus, and the knowledge, or it's already, it's difficult. It's a new stuff, but and on top of it, you have bad thoughts just coming in, and they're blocking out the space, making it impossible to do anything. And you just have to keep going. I mean, it's gonna have there will be shitty days. There will be just extremely shitty days when it feels hopeless, because on top of everything else. And but there's always a comeback. As I believe that there's a comeback. Okay, I tried to make this really like good motivational speech, but I didn't have it rehearsed. But yeah, I mean, Thursday. I think Thursday was terrible. Thursday was fucking awful. Jesus Christ. But anyway, let me recap. So Tuesday, even though Tuesday was the sad day, uh, for other reasons, but coaching with Andre happened, right? Yes, it was on Tuesday, and he came quite late, and I was really not in the mood. Like, that's the problem, really. Like, the medication itself, now I really do want to say that Ritalin, it works, because when it works, it really, I mean, I already see the changes. But when I'm depressed or when I'm not in the mood or when it's wears off, let's say, I'm really going back to this mindset, which is not doing anything, but and not interested in anything more. Let's say it's just pain. And unfortunately, he came at this time, and I was so close to just like, hey, can we just do it other time? Even though it's my benefit, it's like it's amazing to have a friend like this who can really help you. It's golden. And even in this mind state, we were here, we were discussing. He just stayed an hour. And what is important, GitHub, get familiar with GitHub. For now, for this project, whatever I'm doing now, it's not really, it doesn't seem that simple, but it's really cross collaboration tool. Don't look at it as a cloud storage. It's not a cloud storage. It's you have your own repo. You can have your multiple repositories. You have cloud backup. You can always, you can have always revert to a same code, an older version of the code if necessary. And there are so many functions. It's another topic in itself. But GitHub is eventually have to come when I'm really like familiarize myself with it. And the folder part we discussed, it doesn't really matter. You just make your folders. Nobody cares. And if it helps you, it's one way to do it. I always, if there's some new topic, I create a new code because I'm afraid to delete everything I did before. So I need to, but it's a way of learning. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, the approach basically, it's fine. It's fine to ask help in a way that doesn't give you the answer, basically. And regarding where I was stuck the last time on Sunday, it was also that I tried to iterate over the user input value, and I'm already past that, but it at the moment that was very, very important, this part here. And the debugger is like extremely important because you can set here like where should be the starting point, breakpoint, sorry, and you can just you can even like add like which variables should be tracked. And oh my goodness, God Lord, what's going on? This is not the debug tool. This is the debug tool, sorry. So as you can see, you can just F10 and it will go, okay, now we are in the while true, and it's gonna ask for the input. And because we have to enter a number, sorry. So I'm gonna enter 1. If user input done break, see, so we wanted to have an exit. So we have to put it there as ahead because we want to have an exit condition. We didn't have, so the break doesn't happen. It skips through. And it will try. Is it gonna be a number? Yes, it is a number. So we're gonna add. And this is also something more, it's called synthetic sprinkle, or what the fuck was that name? Synthetic sugar. So basically, instead of count equals count plus 1, we're gonna say count plus equals 1. So the plus basically represents here the count again. So, and in all the codes you're gonna find online, gonna use this shit. So better get used to this. Print, okay. And we're gonna go through here, boom, that's it. So anyway, debug, very nice for the future if I need a debug. If I don't understand something, just use the debug tool, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna leave this. Wednesday, I think I just slowly continued, yes, with the next topic. about strings, and didn't really feel that productive, I think. Yeah, I think this will be very much easier to recap my week. It's a good idea to recap my week, like how much did we actually uh, progressed. But yeah, Thursday was shitty. Thursday was absolutely, yes. Thursday was again like I wanna kill myself. Literally, it was horrible. Thursday, oof, Thursday evening, man, the night. Oh my god, I couldn't sleep. It really, oh my god, very very bad, very deep. Phew, I can't tell you how Thursday was shitty. But on Friday, I come to the office and just like slowly, yeah, I had a nice breakfast. It was really nice with lots of veggies. Yeah, eat your fiber, kids. Really important. Fiber is very important. And then when I sat down, yeah. And so this is something I can actually talk about because that was yesterday. So what did we talk about? About slicing, how this slicing work, and I made a code basically which fixed my depression actually because we named a variable. Here's Fido is depressed, and then we created a new variable which took basically the first eight until the first eight characters, so not including eight plus added okay, and then I'm gonna print this new variable and see this is the concatenation, and I guess it's gonna be useful for something later on. This was yeah, breaking my brain a little bit, like how this indexing is work. According to Dr. Chuck, it's the number you put in, and this thing is quite intuitive. So yeah, I get it. We're gonna pronounce it like sub through, so sub 0 through 5, or yeah, from the first index. Anyway, and yeah, if you don't use any number, it's gonna print out the full string. Yeah, and what else? Where is my codes? So, Python 6, lemon face. Yeah, we created a program where we enter like it counts the letters, and yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how I'm gonna, like, it just didn't wanna work, and the only problem was that I put the print. I remember clearly that this was here. It was just one tab, and again I was thinking like, why is it not working? Why is it not working? And just the fucking indentation, and such a small thing, but your own realization, and in general it gives you like a small hope that you eventually will get this down. So let's continue. We can use the Pomodo. Why not? Let's use Pomodo. We can 25 minutes, and then a little walking around, petting the cat. Don't use your fucking phone. Fuck your phone. Okay, I'm not gonna put this here. I'm just gonna put it in my watch. It's not gonna give me any. I hope it's not gonna give me any notifications. Because I put it on sleep mode. But I just want do not disturb. Perfect. I have a big ache now on my neck. Yeah, at the end of the day, I really, the only way I see this working out, if you really become so, you become passionate in a way that you just, you want to figure things out, and even if they are small and simple, you just keep using that part of your brain, which is like, how should I do this? And and when I walk around in the office and I walk up to people and like, let's talk about this, and actually I find someone who knows Python, so that's amazing. And it's, in a way, I think it's really magnificent that it's real problems, and you can. It's just great. I'm so sorry. I took 10 milligram of Ritalin like an hour ago, and then what we did during the week was to just take half after like 4 hours, and I think it's messing with the sleep. So even though it just lasts for 4 hours, it's I think it's messing with the sleep. So basically, after 3 o'clock, you shouldn't even take anything. And then yesterday, I took the Concerta, and again, actually it was like surprisingly great. So maybe I don't know. I'm gonna just swap between around it, but in general, don't take after 3. I mean, and it's already on. So today, please don't do it if possible. I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna restart this shit. 25 minutes, go. Oh yeah, this is good like this. Okay. I'm gonna make it. The following program counts the number of times the letter A appears in string. Word banana count equals 0. For letter in word, if letter equals to A, count equals 1 plus 1. So here, we can use the thingy. We can use the synthetic sugar. Oh my god, everything I will remember like this. Synthetic sugar. That's gonna be my band name. Yes, synthetic sugar. We're gonna make a band, definitely. And it's gonna be synthetic sugar. So I wanna make sure I get this right, because okay, so the equal sign is assigning, but the double equal means it's equals to. Wake up, OneNote. Fucking wake up. It's not waking up. Show me the champion of the light. I'll show you the herald of darkness. Lost in a never-ending light. Okay, anyway, I guess it's okay. So double equal sign in Python is a comparison. I guess, yeah. Okay, so equal. I'm gonna call it equal. If letter equals to A, count equals count plus 1, this program demonstrates another pattern of the computation called counter. The variable count is initialized to 0 and then incremented each time an A is found. When the loop exits, count contains the result, the total number of A's. Encapsulate this code in a function named count and generalize it so that it accepts the string and the letters as arguments. Exactly, that was my task during a lunch break yesterday. So, let's see. What do I want to do? This program, yeah, this program demos, I'm gonna go back to, maybe I can do this. Yeah, this looks nice. But did we talk about the counter before? This tea is gonna be way too strong. Okay. I don't give a shit, I'm just gonna continue. This program demonstrates another pattern. Oh, my leg. I'm gonna feel my leg tomorrow very much, but I'm very happy that it happened. I always wanna write about computation called a counter. Counter. Something is up with this. This is stupid. I need to change this. Okay, I guess it's gonna be fine. Incremented each time and God damn it. I need the US keyboard. I'm not losing patience. I'm not losing patience. I don't see what's going on. Okay, I see it now. Odd keyboard, and I just need normal US keyboard, please. Oh, I'm gonna mute myself. How awkward this keyboard is actually, to be honest. I will bring, ooh, yes, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a keyboard. Okay, so we had an exercise, which we actually did. We did this exercise, right? And did we even like put it? Yes, here. I'm not gonna touch this now because that's a problem. No, this is not the one. What? No. This is absolutely not what we are doing now. This is Python 6. Why is it here? Because exercise 3. See, I'm very slow. Yeah, today I'm useless. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna be extremely useless. I really feel like it. But so what was exercise 2 then? Okay, we skip that because it's just a question. Oh, okay. Get it. I'm getting this down. I can't stop thinking that it's not gonna be enough. I can't stop thinking that the Ritalin is not gonna work enough, and if yeah, and just this puts me in a shitty mood. Unfortunately, but it doesn't. It's not always like this. Actually, really, like the yesterday was really nice. Yeah, I think really Ritalin has a, or methylphenidate has a strong connection to the like depressing thoughts, or enhancing the deep like the this. You have this really strong calming down effect, which I used to feel when I was going from, when you're in a club and, back in the old days, you were high and then you feel it's coming down and you just don't feel like doing anything, or you don't feel like. And this is, I think, there's a very strong part of Ritalin on this, which is exists, unfortunately. And but it's really depends on the dose and in general how. I guess you just have to push through. That's it. Just focus. I don't believe you. The task here was to use the same thing as a function, to create a function about count, which will count, and you can enter any input. And I was able to do this, but I started to complicate it for myself in a way that it should only take numbers. And I remember yesterday I was sitting there. I'm sorry. And yeah, I couldn't figure it out, but it was, what is asked here is working. So let's just try this. Actually, actually also it doesn't even ask you to use it as an input, but I really wanted to use an input. So let me just try it like this. So sorry. We should have this lofi music in the background. So, Ritalin. I2. Oh, yeah, see? A kurva életbe. Yeah, so here you can even have another homework to add Jesus. I'm not gonna drink this whole tea. Here's the cat. Yeah, so this function works. However, it doesn't count the, like, if you have if I write capital, it was separate. It doesn't think it's actually there. So need to find a way. But whatever is asked here, it's working. So I mean, I could really go further, but this is good to note this down, because once I'm done with the book, maybe it will be like, yeah, this is how you do it. And see, this is also something you can change, because it's not gonna be tsitsa, but you can you do this with a parameter though? I don't think it's gonna work. See, it's not working. So this is something you can only do with parameter, with variables, but not parameters. Or wait. Okay, cool. Next. The word in, if I move this piece here. The word in is a Boolean operator that takes two strings and returns true if the first appears as a substring in the second. A in banana true, seed in banana false. Oh. Don't start it with capital, please. How to fix this? I thought I set this up already. Probably I did it on the laptop. Sure, I have to restart. You son of a bitch. I always write it Boolean. It's a good one. Add to the dictionary, okay? Okay, 25 minutes is past. I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes. Let me have like this chill music in the like jazz.
I'm a patient man, but there's one thing I've been waiting for my whole goddamn life. My eyes are aching, man, but I can't blink just in case it blows. When I close my eyes, I know I should let go, but there's a part of me that still hopes you can do it. But every time it gets close, it double bounces off of both walls. I'm still waiting for the day logo to hit the corner of my TV. The little baby's driving me loco. Who knew a graphic could be cheeky? It's just teasing me. My eyeballs are now crispy to the touch. I can touch my own eyeballs, is that normal? Waiting for the DVD logo to hit the corner of my TV. I'm not a madman. I do not spend my time exclusively watching my TV. I've got a webcam, so I can check on it remotely and discreetly. It's taken over my life. My wife divorced me and she took all 8 of our kids. I missed the birth of my child, but I just know it will be worth it not to miss when the cheeky little DVD logo hits the corner of my TV. Did you see that one? Oh heck, that was so close. I trained one eyeball to be lazy, so I can mostly see. My eyeballs are so crispy to the touch. I need the DVD logo to hit the corner of my TV. Sometimes I wonder what will happen when it hits. Will the world stand still or fall into a dream? Will the DVD logo come to life and hold me like I held my wife? I need the DVD logo to hit the corner of my TV. I'm tired of this permanent prologue. Let me handle what I can see. I can nearly reach. Oh, baby, I can feel it. Something's reeling into me. So, baby, just keep being. Don't police your energy.
Okay, we are back. Um, I don't know if we need to add more to this. It doesn't even give a result, as I have to like print. The string comparison operators work on strings to see if two strings are equal. If word is equals to banana, print all right bananas. Other comparison operators are useful for putting words in alphabetical orders. If word is oh my god. Python does not handle uppercase and lowercase letters the same way that people do. All the uppercase letters come before all the lowercase letters, so your word plus yeah, this is, I'm gonna just delete this. I don't feel shit from the return, I feel nothing. I will read those. the comparison operators works on strings. If word is less than banana, print your word plus word, which is banana, comes before banana. Your word plus word comes. If word is bigger than banana, alright, bananas. How to translate this to my language, to fiddle language? What's the problem? elif word is less than banana, print your word. Why is it here a problem, but there it's not a problem? But there's even says there's a problem there. So word equals word, we assign a variable words. He has a problem there. Okay, I guess that's the problem. What is this red thing there? Dude, what's going on? Okay. Just control shift N. Okay, I know what. Why is this happening? Phew. common way to address this problem is to convert strings to a standard format such as all lowercase before performing the comparison. Keep that in mind in case you have to defend yourself against a man armed with a pineapple. I mean, I guess okay. This part was very boring, and I don't find this comparison very interesting at all. String methods. Strings are an example of Python objects. An object contains both data, the actual string itself, and methods, which are effectively functions that are built into the object and are available to any instance of the object. Python has a function called dir, which lists the methods. Python has a function called dir, which lists the methods available for an object. The type function shows the type of an object, and the dir function shows the available methods. Strings are an example of Python object. An object contains both data and methods, which are effectively functions that are built into the object and are available to any instance of the object. Python has a function called dir, which lists the methods available for an object. The type function shows the type of an object, and the dir function shows the available methods. Strings are an example of Python objects. An object contains both data, the actual string itself, and methods. I'm gonna start drawing. Object. Which contains data and methods. Which are effectively functions that are built into the object and are available to any instance of the object. Python has a function called dir, which lists the methods available for an object. The type function shows the type of an object, and the dir function shows the available methods. Methods are functions. Okay. 5 minutes break. this is the Google metronome. Okay, because I'm not using the stupid. All right. So basically here it's super new, something very new, because methods, this is like a new term. Methods are an object. Yeah, so object, this is a new term, it's an object. So Python is an object-oriented programming. I heard this a lot. So basically that's what you want to tell me, right? I wanna do another test with this. So if I will have one O in it, it will be still no connection made because the target machine actively refused it. What does that even mean? Nobody cares about. Did I? Am I just streaming this? By the way. Okay, cool. Okay, whatever. I don't get this error, by the way. Now it's working. Your word lower this comes after banana. If word is smaller than banana, then, but if it's big, then it comes after. So, yes, so if there's even one low, it will be it will come before. Thank you. String methods. Okay, let's just copy this now. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so there is a big manual here as well. Read the man. While the dir function lists the methods, you can use help to get some simple documentation of the method. A better source of documentation for string methods would be on this link. Calling a method is similar to calling a function. It takes arguments and returns a value, but the syntax is different. We call a method by appending the method name to the variable name using the period as a delimiter. For example, the method upper takes a string and returns a new string with all uppercase letters. Instead of the function syntax upper word, it uses the method syntax word.upper. This this form of dot notation specifies the name of the method upper and the name of the string to apply the method to word. The empty parentheses indicate that this method takes no argument. A method call is called an invocation. In this case, we would say that we are invoking upper on the word. For example, there is a string method named find that searches for the position of one string within another. In this example, we invoke find on word and pass the letter we are looking for as a parameter. The find method can find substrings as well as characters. It can take as a second argument and the index. It can take as a second argument the index where it should start. One common task is to remove white space from the beginning and the end of the string using the strip method. Some methods, such as star with, return Boolean values. You will note that start with requires case to match, so sometimes we have to take a line and map it to all lowercase before we do any checking using the lower method. In the last example, the method lower is called and then we use start with to see if with the resulting lowercase string start with the letter H. As long as we are careful with the order, we can make multiple method calls in a single expression. There is a string method called count that is similar to the function in the previous exercise. Read the documentation of this method and write an invocation that counts the number of times the letter occurs in banana. Man, we have our, yeah. Jesus. Yeah, chapter 6 is huge. Chapter 6 is huge. It's a huge stuff to get through. But it's not even about like, it's just, you now granted like so many new options now. So it's amazing, but Yeah. I could put this to a normal interpreter. We should start doing this as well. Like this is the terminal. Maybe I should have it just open new terminal, or just have a terminal ready. Because this is for testing, right? And you could start using the terminal for testing anyway. So Pi. How do I enter Python mode? I really forgot. Okay, now I'm here. Yeah, see, so you should always use just this. Now, am I sharing this? Okay, cool. And so in order to call any of these, we need to add like string, we need to add the type and the directory, or like we need to add the type, and we also have to add the method's name. But why do we need these like little under shit? Like these man, I lost my mind. I don't have brain anymore. Where is it? It's not supposed to be like this, right? It's Bing is fucking with me. Man. Not nice. It's here. Underscore. So do I need to add like the underscore here? So help string add. Help on wrapper descriptor add return self plus value. Can I copy this? Nem durva. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's insane how much stuff in here. Yeah, I really just need a moment to just let it all sink in. Yeah, that's the thing, really, like, very easy to get overwhelmed, but if you feel like, you know, if you waited this long to start learning, you can relax and just stop and internalize it and, you know, take it slower, okay? Because the more time you can spend on this, you know, okay, now I know it's always gonna be about researching stuff, and basically that's it. So yeah, so the question I have now, if I have to like string dot capitalize, like to call a function, or just like this, like do I have to add the string or not? Because if I ask for help it's not gonna work. In order to find out, more about each method, use the following command. Use help, use type, use the type, and use help, and the type of the object. So it's the object in this case. Yeah. So objects contains the data and method, the actual string itself, which are effects and functions that are built into the object and are available to any instance of the object. Python dir method, the type, yeah, okay. Use help and the type of the object, and the name of the method. Very cool. It's extremely cool. So how I'm gonna, you already have a built-in translator. Where was it? I saw something. Replace each character in the string using the given translation table. Translation table, which must be a mapping of Unicode ordinals to Unicode ordinals, string or nonce. The table must implement lookup indexing via getItem, for instance, a dictionary or lift. If this operation raises lookup error, the character is left untouched. Characters mapped to none are deleted. By the dir function list methods, you can use help to get some simple documentation. A method, a better source of information first thing would be this one. So this is something you can send to your Kindle, like right now. This is something you can read. Very, yeah. Send to Kindle, add in. La 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 la. La 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 la. Enter your Kindle images in the send to field. Fido. I don't think this is gonna work, but let's see. Yeah, this is it. This is exactly the email I have. It's not working, unfortunately. But fine, we're gonna figure this out later, I guess. I really need to pee, and we have 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds left. Okay, calling a method is similar to calling a function. It takes arguments and returns a value, but the syntax is different. We call a method by appending the method name to the variable name using the period as delimiter. For example, the method upper takes a string and returns a new string with all uppercase letters. Instead of the function syntax, upper, word, it uses the method syntax, the word dot upper. So for example, we have word banana, new word dot upper, print new word. Word dot upper. This form of dot notation specifies the name of the method upper and the name of the string to apply the method to word. The empty parentheses indicate that this method takes no argument. A method call is called invocation. Invocation. In this case, we would say that we are invoking upper on the word. For example, there is a string method named find that searches for the position of one string within another. Okay, this is actually very interesting. I would say, okay, this is super cool. Like, no joke. So, 5 minutes. Goodbye. Oh, never arrived. The PDF never arrived, but I don't think I should be worrying about this right now. Phew, okay. So I did turn off the... Here we go. Yes, see, so this is the um, maybe not in all instances like this Pomodoro method is helpful, because you were just getting there, and then you break, you take a break, you do something else, and then you are just like, ugh. But anyway, yeah, maybe if I feel it's more interesting, then maybe I will shut this off now, I think. Or should I? Or maybe don't do something which is more... Okay, so yes, exactly. So when you take the break, don't do something which is more enjoyable or more interesting than what you did before. You really just... You can basically meditate for 5 minutes. I don't know. Or the practice on the piano was quite good, actually, because, like, it's not more interesting than this. So... Modules. While the dir function lists the methods, you can use help to get some simple documentation. The method, we have a better source of documentation which will be on the Kindle at some point. Calling a method is similar to calling a function, but the syntax is different. So we call a method by appending the method name to the variable name using the period as a delimiter. So, but I don't understand. Because see, when we call a function, we use the brackets but here we're not gonna call it. Or wait. Because it takes an argument, right? So what's gonna be the argument now? Stop. Instead of the function syntax, yes, exactly. So the function syntax upper word, it uses method syntax, word upper and plus. It can use it can take an argument as well. So needless to say, I'm on tenants, but that's me, I'm I really want to sing, actually. I want to learn how to sing, but, without causing e-rape. So needless to say, I'm on tenants, but that's me, I'm fumbling away, slowly learning that life is okay. So much pain in life, it's just not great. So much pain, cats, right? What do you have to say about that? You little sweet fucker. Calling a method is similar to calling a function but with different syntax. So instead of using the name of the method or function method, you oh my god, you use the variable name dot and okay. La 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 na 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 na. Calling a method similar, yeah, but with different syntax. So what is so when we called for help, we did string dot translate, which is actually makes sense, right? Because but we're not gonna use the brackets, but we're gonna use yeah, that's the question now. So here in when we function, we use the variable in the brackets, but in this case we're not gonna put it to brackets, it's just gonna work, and in the brackets we only gonna take the argument. How this my definition looks like or function when I called for multiple arguments? Show me please. See, so that were the arguments here. So in this case, so what's gonna be the argument? Because it's not this. Wait, I don't understand. Because no, it is the variable. It's a variable here. So what's gonna be in the? I hope these questions will be answered. This form of dot notation specifies the name of the method and the name of the string to apply the method. So it's not gonna, we're not gonna call it a variable. It's gonna be a string. Okay, fine. The empty parentheses indicate that this method takes no argument. A method called is called invocation. This I have to write this down. Invocation, alright. We just need some invocation in this life. You gotta find my invocation. You gotta find my invocation in the synthetic syntax. No, synthetic sugar, for fuck's sake. we would say that we are invoking upper on the word. For example, there is a string method named find that searches for the position of one string within another. Huh? Na na na. Word.find NA. It can also take a second argument, the index where it should start. One common task is to remove white space from the beginning and end of the string using the strip method. Some methods just start with. Yeah, the girl didn't write. That sucks. But what can I do?
Nagyon ki vagyok.
Na 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 na. Oh my god.
V Praze probíhá už 106 dní válka, spíš vojenská operace doprovázená masakrem civilního obyvatelstva. Většina politiků mlčí, či se jen pokrytecky doprošuje izraelské vlády o větší ohleduplnost, ale v zápětí ujišťuje svého blízkovýchodního spojence o nehynoucí lojalitě. S pocitem uplatňování dvojitýho metru vnímáme také většinu mediálních zpráv. S hořkostí si pročítáme reakce některých lidí na sociální a my nebo plní. Teď anglicky now.
How many people went? Oh my god, so many people.
They owe it to their audience. They owe it to their readers and listeners.
Oh my god. That's beautiful.
Vážený pohled.
Man, it's a huge rabbit hole. This whole thing is like, honestly, like now, I'm learning about methods like that. Basically, if you have a string in Python, you have like built-in methods which basically work as like functions, and that there's a bunch of them, and you can even just check them strictly from the terminal, and they can do bunch of stuff. And now, you know, it's a lot.
Vážený pohled, když slova ne nás sledovat večery. V Gaze probíhá už 106 dní. Pohled, když Slované šli nás
So much pain. So much fucking pain. I can't fucking believe this.
blažený pohled, když Slované šli
Update on takes two opposition on Remedy's logo made Remedy reptiles and there's nothing to see. This was a discussion with our team that was resolved entirely unmissably late last year. The legal finding was simply an initial formality and Remedy and continue to work together. Oh, thank God.
nás blažený pohled.
This is the outfit Prince chose to wear.
Okay. Focus time. Yeah, she didn't reply anything. Should I write to her? Like, I should get a date for, like, I have to do something. I mean, at least the best I can get is a no, but at least get a no or something. How about that? I mean, it's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something should be. How should we do this tomorrow? That's the question. Because this is too, this is not the best way to go about it. I could get up in the morning again, hopefully, and yeah, chess day, and I think maybe take concert after, and then lunch or something like that, or have heavy good breakfast. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now. I completely lost focus now. I completely lost focus now, unfortunately. There's a string method called count that is similar to the function in the previous exercise. Read the documentation of this method at. Write an invocation that counts the number of times the letter occurs in a banana. Letter A occurs in banana. Yeah, he just put the same link again. Do 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 do. Yeah, I feel stuck. I will just watch the video, then let's continue.
A lot of what we do is use the string library, and so the strings are objects, and we'll talk later about what that really means. And objects have these things we call methods. So a string object has some built-in capabilities, and one of the built-in capabilities that the string object has is, here is a string object, and because greet is a string object, if we said type, we'd see that it was an str. Dot lower says, hey, dear string, make a lowercase version of yourself. It's like calling this function lower and passing greet into it, and then give that back to me. Now it doesn't actually change greet, it gives me a lowercase copy. So here I have hello Bob with an H and a B uppercase, and what I get back in Zap is hello Bob all lowercase. And note that greet is unchanged. So hello Bob is still there. And you can even call these methods on constants. So this is a string object, quote, hi there, quote, dot lower. That says, call lower on this bit of string and give me back a lowercase version of it. And so it prints out as the residual return value. This is like a function call. A method call is a kind of special form of a function call. It's a function call where you say the thing dot the function name rather than function name passed in as a parameter. Like len, for example, is non-object oriented. You know, len of x, that's non-object oriented. Object oriented would be x dot something, parenthesis. But, so constants are objects as well, and taking the lower gives us back lowercase hi there. And so that's just one of the things that you can do in the string library. These are built into string variables and constants. They're just always there. As soon as you make a string, they're part of it. And when you do type and it says it's class str, we'll get to object oriented. Don't worry, we'll get to object oriented. Okay, and so you can do things like use the type. If you're just, this used to say type stir, but it's class stir. Kind of, this is more of an the word class is an object oriented concept, but it is a string. And you can use the dir, and of course there's extra stuff up here. And this is showing all the different methods or capabilities, things we can do to strings. So, you know, x dot something, parenthesis. Well, what can we do there? This is all of those things that we can do to x's that are built in and come with x's, come with strings when we build them. And Python, of course, has great documentation online for all of these string methods and what they do and how they work and why they work the way they do. And so here's some of that Python documentation. We'll look at a few of these, but you know, don't hesitate to say Python string uppercase, and then we're like, oh yeah, that is upper, right? And so here's a few things that we can do and use. Some of the ones I use a lot, and we'll look at each one of these things. So the find operation says find me a substring within a string. Right? Find me a substring within a string, so find me the first NA and give me back the position. So that gives me back 2. And then I can say, go find a Z in there. Well, there's no Z, and so it returns me -1. So that's what the find does. So we're doing a lot, we're going to use this kind of...
We use the find function to search for a substring with another string, find the first occurrence. Okay. So banana, find NA. NA. Okay, so that's the end.
Kind of stuff a lot, and we do a lot of looking in strings. Converting things to upper or lower case, there is an upper method and a lower method. So greet.upper, and that means the uppercase NNN is hello Bob. Greet.lower, that means that www is the lowercase hello world, and greet is unchanged. Greet is still hello Bob with upper and lower, because each of these methods basically say, I'm going to give you back a uppercase copy or a lowercase copy of the original thing without changing the original thing. Search and replace is super useful, super duper useful, and it's pretty clean. Here we have a string, and we use the replace method. In this case, we're passing in the old and the new, Bob, replace all Bobs with Janes. And so that takes this hello Bob and turns it to hello Jane. Again, greet is unchanged. Greet is unchanged. And it does more than one thing. So this says go find, well, let's clear that. This says go find all the O's and replace all the O's with X's. And so it goes and finds 2 of them, and then out come 2 X's. And so that really is replace is not just replace the first one, but replace all of them. White space, as we'll see, is a big deal. And white space is not just blanks, although the most common thing, but it's also sort of non-printing characters like tabs and new lines and other kinds of things. And so we have a number of different ways to strip white space. So here we've got some spaces at the beginning and spaces at the end. And we print out, we do an L strip, and that throws away the spaces at the beginning. That's the left, so that's a left strip. It all takes any, if there's nothing there, it doesn't harm it. R strip means throw away all the blanks on the far end. And then strip says go take both sides for strip, and so that pulls out all the spaces on both sides. This will be useful because sometimes when you're tearing stuff apart, you'll find yourself getting extra spaces, sometimes at the beginning, sometimes at the end. And it can be tab or new line. It's sort of white space that is kind of not visible, clear. That's what white space is. It's like if you were on a piece of paper, it's the white space. It's like X. Well, that's not white space, but right here, oh, that's white space. It's any character that doesn't cause printing to happen, if that makes any sense. It's any character where nothing would be printed. And there are characters like that. There's like even bell characters, but we don't use them very much. We can ask very conveniently, we can say, hey, does this line start with a particular string? And so, you know, line, does this is a question, going to return a true or a false. Does this line start with please? And the answer is true, it does start with please. Does this line start with a lowercase p? No, it does not. And so again, you use this in the context of if something, colon, some block of text, some block of code. So we can combine these things to tear stuff out. And so let's assume that what we want to do in this case is we want to take a from line. This is from an email format from a mailbox. And this has got the from with a space and the person's email, and then @ sign in the school they're from, and a space, and then the rest of the stuff like when this mail was sent. And this is a real mail message from this guy, Stephen, from the University of Cape Town in South Africa. And it's really Stephen. And this really is the first line of a file that you'll get to know pretty well by the rest of this course. Hi, Stephen. We like you. You are the example in my class and have been for a long time. People actually who know Stephen have taken this class, and they're like, Stephen, I saw your picture in the class. So if you're ever in Cape Town at the University of Cape Town, say hi to Stephen and tell him that you saw him in the class. But okay, that's neither here nor there. What I really want to do is I want to extract his school from this email line. Okay, so now eventually we will do things like the data will come from files, but this is still chapter 6. So this is the data we're going to search through. And so we can say, hey, let's go find the @ sign. Search up to this position and find the @ sign. So data.find @ sign. And give me back where that's at. That's in position 21. It's position 0. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look for the next space after the @ sign. So we're going to start at the @ sign and tell find to start here and look forward until it finds a space. So data.find, look for a space starting at the position of the @ sign, and then that'll be in position 31. So 31 is what we get in the space position. So now what we have is we have in 2 variables, we have position, the position of the @ sign and the position of the space after the @ sign. Now what we really want is this bit right here. So we have to go 1 beyond the @ sign, and we don't want the space. So we say, we're going to use slicing here, data sub at position +1 up to but not including the space. Oh, smiley face, because we didn't have to say space -1 because that is up to but not including. And so we get that little bit right there. So we don't have to say -1 there because this is not actually included. The thing that's at the position of the space is not included. So that's already a little benefit for the up to but not including. And so when we print this variable out, host, we get exactly just the school that Stephen works at and probably went to, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you went there or not. So this is just kind of a note for non-Latin character sets. All programming languages from the 60s on tended to work in what we call the Latin character set, which is the United States and England and Europe, and lots of places use this ABC character set and the special characters. But it's really common to want to use different characters. And so if you're going from Python 2 to Python 3, and we'll talk about this a little later when it matters more. Luckily, we're in Python 3, and so one of the big things about Python 3 is that all the internal strings are Unicode. In Python 2, there was sort of some confusion as you went between strings. And this is just a little bit of code, and so I'm putting in here, some Asian characters. This is Korean, actually. Asian characters into X, and then I say what kind of a thing this is, and that is a string. And then there's this Unicode, and this comes from Python 2. If it's a Unicode operation, it's still a string. Whereas in Python 2, if you put international characters into X, then it was a string. And then there was a fuzz, like read them all in Python 2, but non-Latin character sets, international Asian character sets, Spanish, French character sets. And so this is a good thing for Python 3, and this is one of the real benefits of using Python 3. And as we start doing stuff where we're exchanging data with the outside world, this will come into play, and I'll have to show you how to use it. There was weird things that you had to do. It just makes a lot more sense in Python 3. Okay? So we've talked about strings. We learned about the string. We're converting it. We've done a whole bunch of stuff, and this is, again, we're not yet doing anything super useful. We're learning sort of how to slice and dice, even though we're sort of not making the meal yet. Up next, we're going to talk about files. We're going to read some data, and we're going to slice and dice and use all the things in the next chapter that we've learned up to this point. So see you in a bit. Chapter that we've learned.
Oh shit, okay. Well, that's very
Up to this point, so see you in a bit.
That made a lot of sense to watch it like this.
Hello and welcome to chapter.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done for today. I'm sorry. I can't take it anymore. So what we did so far, we know about methods. There is string comparison, the in operator. we didn't progress so much, to be honest, but we don't give up. Okay, we're gonna continue. I'm just like I feel I need to take a break, or yeah. So tomorrow or next time we sit down and do any of this, we're gonna really go through all of these methods, these string methods, and how to use, just to get familiar with them, and then do the exercise. Okay.